Alrighty, so we are officially leaving for our border track trip. Currently just at the servo in Ngarkat, or the hood. It's 8:57, so we're a little bit late because I needed my beauty sleep. If you ask my dad, it didn't really work, so it was a bit of a waste of time. I believe it did work. Anyway, car's loaded. Just pumped up the tyres, just jumped them up to 38 psi. So we've got a fair bit of weight in the back and the front. The front's always got a bit of weight because I'm sitting in it, but we'll just pump up the tyres because we've got a fair bit of bitumen driving from Ngarkat all the way up to Mildura. So to make sure we're getting good fuel economy, we'll pump them up. The old boy's pumping up his tyres as well because he's got a fair bit of weight in his canopy. His tray. No, his tub, third time lucky. So he's going to pump his up to 38 as well. And then we will hit the road. So we're going to go make some tracks on the bitumen, and we'll check in with you when we stop for, say, lunch or smoko or one of the above. So we'll catch you soon and enjoy the whole episode of Border Track VIC SA. Now, after travelling down the road a few minutes from Ngarkat, we decided to pull into Lake Tyrrell. Now, Lake Tyrrell is Victoria's largest salt lake, and it is well known for its astral navigation. So if you're in the area around Sea Lake, I'd definitely check it out if I were you. So we've travelled a few minutes down the road from Ngarkat, where we left off this morning. We've pulled into Lake Tyrrell and Sea Lake. So we're just going to go have some lunch and then having a bit of explore. So we'll show you around a little bit and you can see what Lake Tyrrell looks like. It is absolutely amazing. So enjoy. Alrighty, so we are officially all fed and watered out here at Lake Tyrrell. So we have decided to go hit the road again. So we are now aiming for Oyen to go grab some fuel. So we use a fair bit of fuel travelling from there to here. From Oyen, we'll then have a look at the time and either decide if we push for Mildura and towards like Loch 9 for the start of Border Road, which turns into Border Track, or we might even just pull up stumps in, say, like Hatta or Oyen. It just depends on the vibes really and how we're all feeling. By all of us, just a couple of us. So that's the plan. Hopefully you enjoyed some nice footage of Lake Tyrrell. I have to say it is absolutely amazing. I would love to come back here in the night at dusk time. There's a bit more water in it, as you get some nice reflections and some good shots in there. So it's on the bucket list to come back again. All right, so we'll catch you in Oyen. Alrighty, so we filled up in Oyen, grab some diesel. We're making a push till Mildura, roughly Mildura, Red Cliffs. We're going to stay at the Psych Bend pumping station, which is an old water pump there, which is just outside of Red Cliffs. It's really like, I think it's called Irimple or Irimple. That's where we're going to stay tonight. So once we get there, we'll show you the spot. After pulling up in King's Billabong National Park just outside of Mildura, we quickly got to setting up the swag and rooftop tent, and after that we cracked a nice cold beer to end the first day of our border track trip. Welcome back to another day in the life of Dirt and Dints. Get ready with me, you know, all those cool stuff on TikTok. Anyway. we've just finished having lunch and we've come up with a game plan. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage as much as we did here. It is absolutely amazing. And definitely put it on the list to come back camp here at one of the campsites off Crozier's track, which is just off behind Lock 9. So the game plan is now we're going to head back out onto the Sturt Highway and we're going to hightail it to the border of South Australia and Victoria, and then from there border track begins. So we'll catch you there at the start point. So we have officially made it to border track, which we are super excited. I was so excited that I wet my pants and I've gone and changed into shorts, not because it's getting warm, it's because I've wet myself with excitement. So here we are, we've officially started. So we're going to travel down a little bit and we're going to try and aim for shearers quarters, and we'll show you what it looks like once we get there. Excited! So we've been driving down border fence track for the last 45 to an hour, and I'm going to say every minute I've been blown away. We've seen a big red jump in front of the cars, we've seen a couple of grey kangas jump alongside the car. We're in the desert of VIC in South Australia. Have a look at this. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that, does it? We have pulled up for the night at Murray Darling Sunset. No, Murray Sunset. Murray Darling's River. Murray Sunset National Park. And we're staying at the Shearers Quarters campground area, just over beyond yonder, just there where my finger is. We got the original shearers hut for when there was a operating station here. Our campground here is bloody immaculate. Have a look at that. So far we have the place to ourselves, which is beauty. So there's all our setup. Got the swag set up, got the rooftop tent up. Definitely have had a beer, so if I'm a bit more chatty or a bit, it's because I've had one beer, and for those that know me, I'm an extreme lightweight, so one beer is generally enough. Right, so just over yonder here, there's a drop toilet. Sign just over there. There is 3 designated camp spots here as per the signage, which all have fire pits, tables and chairs. So we got another one just here where my finger is. My finger's not the campground, I'm pointing to the campground. But we're going to go for a bit of a wander and we'll show you some footage of the hut because it looks bloody pristine. We are at the shearers quarters. Now these quarters can be booked out on Park's website. They're like $110 a night, or you can stay in the campground where we are tonight. Just keep that in mind when you head out and check it out yourself. After exploring the campground a little bit more, we decided to come back and set up ready to cook dinner that night, where Dad went and barbecued up or grilled up using some heat beads, some nice chicken skewers, and then we sat down, enjoyed the night in front of the fire pit. it is another morning in paradise here at Murray Sunset National Park. So last night, like we said, we stayed at the Shearers Quarters camping area. So we're going to move our way down south, down border track, sort of aim towards Pinaroo Way, which once we get to Pinaroo, we'll start to look at booking our permits to get into the South Australia Conservation Park. I think it's called Ngarkat or Ngarkat. Don't quote me on the pronunciation, but that's a conservation park basically that goes, the border track shoots into South Australia. So you need a permit there to drive. I think it's like $12 a day per vehicle, and a camping permit, but I think we'll be camping there, probably just pass through. So that's our plan. So we're gonna go hit the tracks now, show you some good footage of us off-roading and wheeling, and we will catch you in Pinaroo. After driving out of the Shearers Quarters camp area, we decided to pull up to this big mud hole on the side of the track. Now, before we drive through it, we walked through with a stick and tested the depth and also tested the base. Now, that's important because you don't want to start to enter the puddle, get bogged halfway through like I have with the Jeep previously. So we base tested it with the stick to make sure that the base was all secured with clay or a good solid base, meaning that we wouldn't lose traction halfway through. And then we could safely enter and exit the puddle. Driving just down West Settlement Road, and we've come to check out what's called the crater. After safely making it up the little four drive track on that dune, I quickly jump out using my 5-watt EcoX gear UHF. I radio him up to say it's clear to come up. Yeah, you're right, you come up now. Oh, from there it'd be alright.
Is it diffing out?
No, there's no signs of diff scraping on the sand. As we can see, Dad's Triton was just bottoming out that little bit heading up that little dune. Now, the tyre size makes a big important difference, as I'm running 265s and he's running 245s. That means that I've got a little bit more clearance to get up over those ruts, and as you can see, he's turtled himself on that rut. Can we get the snatch strap? So he just decided to reverse back down the dune and have another run up. And what feels like he backed down about 6.5 Ks, he was actually able to get enough momentum up to make it on top of that little dune. Well, with the speed and the sound he was making, it definitely sounded like he was going to make it up. So Dad decided to opt out of that hill and he's parked just over there. There was a track around, so there's my fun gone. He'd rather go around than be dragged out by me, but that's where we're at.
that for a bit of mood lighting. All right, so we just pulled into, sorry, I can barely even see me, there we go. Pine Soak Hut Campground. It's in the Ngarkat Conservatory Park, which we just pulled in, what's the time now, 6:30. Pulled in about an hour ago, 45. Booked our permits, booked our camping permits, our vehicle permits, and we've just finished up setting up for the night. So we're going to grab a beer and we will see you in the morning.
And that is the officially end of part 1 of our VIC South Australia border track trip. Now, if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also, if you want to see more of these trips, make sure you support us at the channel by following me on Instagram, following the YouTube channel, and also grabbing yourself some merch from the merch store. And we will see you back here for part 2